We're honored to have you on board. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you so much for reaching out and for the invite. I'm doing amazing. I know that it's a little bit late for you already. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here with you today.
I mean, like I'm in a habit of interviewing the queens late. Like I have had interviews till 2:30 a.m. in India, so
Oh,
it's fine
wow.
for me.
Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah,
thank you so much. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you for giving us this platform to be able to, speak about our cause and be able to introduce ourselves.
you all are doing amazing. And just to let you know, if I'm not mistaken, this is our 21st live interview for this year's edition of Miss World. So before
Okay,
you,
wow.
I have interviewed
Congratulations.
20 contestants. So I am more than excited because 21 is my lucky number. So yeah.
Okay. Wow, I'm honored.
All right. So we received so many questions for our live with you. Some questions are regarding your preparations for Miss World, some are regarding your pageant journey, and some are regarding if you win Miss World. So people have already predicted you as the Miss World winner from your country, and that's actually amazing. So
Yes.
we have shortlisted a few questions out of them, and we will ask you a few questions. So yeah, the very first question is regarding your pageant journey. And before that, I would want to ask you one thing. What was your reaction when you got to know that India is hosting Miss World this year?
Oh, wow. Let me give you a little backstory on that. So I was thrilled from the very beginning. I remember speaking with my team about it. Like we were discussing what were some of the countries that, might have the possibility of hosting Miss World. And I remember them telling me that we might be going back to India. And I said, yes, thank you, Jesus. Because I was keeping up very closely with last year's edition. And
Yes.
it was amazing. India did an amazing job hosting the Miss World pageant. So I remember I was at the gym when the announcement came out. So I was there getting ready to start my workout. And for some reason, I picked up my phone and I got the notification from Miss World that they had
Yeah.
made the announcement. So I remember checking it and I could tell you I froze because I was just so excited. Like that's when I realized that, this is it. Like it's actually happening.
Yeah.
So getting the dates and the host country and for it to be India, a country so rich in culture and history, it's amazing. I'm excited to be part of this.
I have the same reaction like you, as we all know that India hosted last year as well, and I had the honor to attend the pageant live from the venue, like meeting all the Miss World Queens and meeting Julia Molly as well. So like I still get goosebumps, watching and remembering that those days, like
Yes,
Julia Molly
I
was
can
standing in
imagine.
front of me. So yeah, and when I got to know that India is hosting again, so you won't believe, I was on my bed, I was doing my office work from home, and I just jumped out of my bed of the excitement. I was literally like, hey, it's happening again in India. I was just shouting in my whole, house that talking to my mom and dad, it's happening in India again.
Yes.
Then I called my brother who was outside and I just told him that let's go to Starbucks and have coffee and let's discuss, the plans for Miss World. So I had the same experience. It was
Yes.
amazing.
So I'm excited to travel there and to experience the beautiful country of India. I'm very excited.
That's going to be amazing. And we wish that you will have a blast in India besides Miss World competition because I think it's going to be a first time in India, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think you will love it in India, though it's going to be a bit hot at the venue. But I think you're going to love the food, the culture, the vibrancy. So
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
that's going to be amazing.
definitely. I'm so excited for the food. I can't wait.
We all know this thing that BWAP is the most important part of Miss World. Or I always say this thing that without any BWAP, there is no Miss World. So would you like to elaborate about your Beauty the Purpose project to everyone?
Okay, so my Beauty with a Purpose project is actually focused on health and wellness with a specific focus on kidney health.
Yeah,
So kidney health is a non-communicable disease that isn't talked about as much, but is very crucial and important for us to know the risks of kidney disease. So that's why I took it upon myself. I was a member of the Kidney Association of Belize. And that's what really got me into wanting to my advocacy to be focused on health and wellness with kidney health, because I realized that there were many Belizeans and maybe around the world who don't really realize the importance of taking care of your kidneys. And your kidneys are a vital organ in your body. They're pretty small, but they do
yeah,
a huge job. So it's very important, especially for our youth, to understand
yeah,
the importance of taking care of themselves. I know that some of us usually think our mentality is, well, I'm young, like this won't affect me now. But it's now that you have to take care of your body so that in the longer run, you're healthy and you're able to fulfill all of your achievements, well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so our main focus was on the youths, and we held a countrywide campaign. So we visited every district in Belize, visiting both primary asking them to take care of their health, how to take care of their kidneys, how they're able to spread awareness to their fellow classmates. So it was a very impactful campaign, and I know that the students and the teachers learned a lot from it. So it's very rewarding as well.
It's an amazing initiative. Like, trust me, like, I don't think so that as of now anyone has talked about this initiative because this is something that is underestimated, and it's an amazing initiative. So kudos to you and your organization, your team members for this initiative. Like, if I can support you in any way, so you can just reach out to our team. So we will be happiest to support you. And yeah,
Thank
kudos to
you.
you. And I hope that this project will go very far in the competition. And besides Miss World also, I think you will keep on working for this project. So yeah, kudos to you. How's the preparation going for the competition besides BWP?
Yes, so like you've mentioned, it's one of the oldest pageants as well, and I think
Yeah,
one that hosts the most countries. So we're all aiming for the same goal. But I've noticed that even though we're all competing, because it is a competition, the sisterhood that we've been building has been amazing. And of course,
yeah,
there's been a lot of preparation, not only for myself, but I'm sure from all the other delegates who have been working tirelessly to, represent their country to the best of their abilities. So
yeah,
it has been intense, but it's also been very exciting and very rewarding to be able to see that all the hard work that you've done has
yeah,
had their roots. So it's amazing to look back and see that you have been making a difference, and not only for the beauty with a purpose, which is of course one of the main goals of Miss World, but also
yeah,
taking care of ourselves both mentally, physically, and emotionally, because there are times when it does get stressful, when
yeah,
you do question, it's like, "Ugh, this is a lot of work." But it's very important for you, for us, for all the delegates to,
yeah,
prioritize our physical health, because if we are not able to, we're not able to fulfill or accomplish our goals if we don't take care of ourselves. So it
yeah,
is very important. And I think we've all, and especially me, we've been taking care of ourselves and preparing both mentally, physically, in all the aspects for all the different categories of the competition of Miss World. So I'm very
yeah.
excited to see the final product.
I mean, I think you all will do an amazing job in the competition because we all are working so hard. And I have to give the credit to all of you because, most of the times, we all the pageant pages, the viewers, the followers of you all, we are just seeing the pictures, the videos, and the content we all are posting. But we are not admiring and, admiring the hard work, the time, the hours you are putting in behind those videos, the pictures. I mean, it is sometimes it's frustrating because, when you're not getting the perfect shot, so it's literally frustrating, but I think you all are working so hard. So kudos to all of you that you're working so hard to represent your country. And yeah, I think you all will do an amazing job in the competition.
Yes, thank
Do you have any hobbies? And if yes, so did you have any kind of funny incident while performing those hobbies? For example, I have shared this thing multiple times in my life. I love cooking, but when I started learning cooking, I made so many blunders in the kitchen that I was actually banned from my kitchen by my mom for 2 weeks.
you.
So, did
Oh,
you have any kind
wow.
of funny incident while performing any of your hobbies?
So, one of my main hobbies, I would say, is dancing. I enjoy to dance. I enjoy reading. So there's a lot of little things that I like to do just to take my mind off of all the work, just to breathe a little bit.
Yeah,
And regarding the funny story, I do yoga. So I started yoga now, but I remember when I had just like initiated practicing and getting into the habit of practicing yoga, I
yeah,
thought that it was something easy. All the different like handstands and all the different things that you have to do. It was not.
yeah.
So it was very challenging at first, getting used to it. But now, after practice, we're getting there.
What would you like to say to the teenagers and kids who suffer with body image issues, which make them feel unconfident and lead to depression?
Okay, so this is a very important question. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for that. I have a personal story of my own in regards to me participating in Miss World. I remember when I had first signed up, there was that little bit of doubt in me because I didn't feel like I fit the what a beauty queen should be. So I was doubting myself a lot initially before I started the journey, and I decided to take that leap of faith, and I would tell them that it's very important to stay true to yourself. There is no one on this earth that has your authenticity
yeah,
and your power and everything that you hold inside of you to make change.
mhm,
I don't think that I would be here if I had let the negativity, because in this industry, unfortunately, you will face negative comments. And it is
yeah,
very common to feel not confident, but you have to realize that it's very important for you just to be authentic, because no
yeah,
one else can do what you do. no one else can provide what you have to offer. So
Yeah,
I would just tell them to be themselves, to believe firmly in what you have to offer, to believe firmly in what changes you can make in the world. And they will go much farther than anything possible when they believe in themselves. Because once you start to believe in yourself, everything aligns for you. The universe
exactly.
sets everything in place for you, and I can speak of it from myself, my personal experiences. There have been doors, there have been things that I've done that I never imagined that I would be able to do, but it's because I've had the support system. It's because I've believed in myself, and thank to God, of course, that I am where I am today. And that's the message that I want to send to other girls as well.
That's that's an amazing answer to the question. And trust me, if this would have been the final question at Miss World, you would have won the crown for Belize, you know. That's literally a winning answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so well said. Actually, so well said. And trust me, when I was, making a list of the of the queens of second edition of Miss World, so because there are lots of queens, so of course you can't shortlist all the queens at once because it's a huge number of contestants out there. So when we're making the first list, so we are also looking, okay, this contestant profile is very well, and the face value of this queen is very well. You won't believe this thing. One of the common name that we had was yours name in terms of overall profile. And the reason was that because my whole team thought that you are looking, first of all, a very beautiful face. Like, authenticity on the face is very, very, very common. And you had that face. Secondly, we thought that the profile that you have on your Instagram page is amazing. And we love to talk to people like you. And luckily, we had so much in common. So I was personally very excited for this live. And yeah, so I think you are doing an amazing job as Miss World Belize. So yeah, kudos to you for that.
Wow, thank you so much. It was an honor. Like I remember when I got your message for us to do this live, I was very excited. I felt honored to even be able to, to have you reach out to me to do an interview. So thank you so much.
I think you are doing an amazing job, and trust me, I think it's going to be amazing. I just hope that your country gets the recognition that you deserve, and you get the recognition that you deserve for your country and yourself as well.
Thank you.
What superpower would you like to have in your life, if any?
If any, well, I would like to have all of them if possible, please. No, but if I had to pick one, I'd say the superpower of being able to transport myself everywhere. I am an enthusiast for traveling. I
Yeah,
love to travel. So I would love to be able to experience all the different countries, their cultures, their foods, what they have to offer.
yeah,
And I think that would be so cool to be able to travel the world, without having that financial restraint that most of us worry about when it comes to traveling because it
yeah.
is a bit pricey. So that would be pretty cool. And then I think also because of the importance that I believe that healing has,
Mhm.
and because I've experienced it on my own, if I
Yeah.
could change people's lives and be able to talk to them and have them feel that comfort and that calmness instilled in them, I think that would also be a pretty cool superpower to have, and which is a necessity for the world today.
Please do try Pani Puri when you come to India. You would love it. Have you heard about Pani Puri?
No, I haven't. It would, what's it about?
Okay, so basically, Pani Puri is one of the most famous street kind of street food you can say in India. So
Okay.
it's a crispy ball filled with mint water that's spicy and sweet water as well. And you have some sort of small potato pieces in it that is full of spices, and you eat it. So as soon as you put that in your mouth, it just bursts with flavor.
Oh,
So
wow. I'm
this is one of the
excited.
most, yeah, this is one of the most, how would I say, popular street food in India.
Okay. Ooh, I would love to try it. I can't wait. There's also, I haven't tasted it as yet, but I would love to, and I've heard amazing things about it. It's the butter chicken with
Yeah,
with naan.
yeah,
Yeah, I've heard
with
that is
naan.
really good.
It's very popular. And because the Miss World venue is in Hyderabad, that is the south part of India. So the most, not the most, but one of the most popular food item there is Hyderabadi biryani. Like it is
Okay,
world famous. So I think you all are gonna love it.
love it. Yes, Uh,
And if
I'm very excited to
I'm not
try it.
mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, in the welcome gala event that you're gonna have, you will be served with that.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm going prepared.
I think you will be served with that because it's the most special, one of the most special dishes of Hyderabad. So I think yeah, you will have
Okay,
that.
wonderful.
You talk to your fellow contestants as of now, or have you find your best friends from the group?
Oh, so this is a very nice. I love talking about my sister, my pageant sisters. So I have reached out to them, or they've some of them have reached out to me, and so far it's been a wonderful experience being able to share with them and talk to them about not only Miss World but about our own personal lives, and
yeah,
engage with them. It's so fun and amazing to see how fast people bond when they're sharing the same experiences and they have the same goals and accomplishments that they want to accomplish.
yeah.
So we even have a group chat now, a WhatsApp group chat with all the different girls from around the world. So we've been communicating nonstop. So
That's
I'm very
amazing.
excited, not only to communicate with them, but now to finally be able to meet them in person. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited, to see who I'll be sharing a room with. I get to be with them every day. So it's very excited. And we're forming a very lovely sisterhood, which I think is one of the most important things when you're away at a pageant, because
Mhm.
these are the people that you're communicating to and that you're spending your time with. You're far
Yeah.
away from your family, so you have them. They become your family. So I'm very
Exactly.
excited.
Exactly.
Could ask you a question. What made you want to start, this amazing platform that you have for speaking up on pageantry?
It's a long story, but I will shorten it up. Okay, so I remember because I started Glamour of Pageants in 2023. Like it's almost we are close to our second year anniversary. But I started following pageantry in 2016. It's more than 9 years I'm following pageants, and the reason is that in 2016, Rohit Khandelwal from India won Mr. World, and he was the first Indian and first Asian to win Mr. World. And my mom and I were sitting and we were watching his interview on television. And at that time, I didn't have any idea that who is Rohit Khandelwal, what is Mr. World, what is Mr. India. I didn't have any idea. Neither my mom. So my mom just told me that who is he, and I just told her that he is Rohit from India. He just won Mr. World for India. And without knowing anything about him, my mom just told me one thing that I want to see you at his place in coming future. So
Okay,
that
nice.
moment, I started following pageantry.
Okay, no, that's beautiful. For it to have been something that your mom instilled in you and that you've developed the love and passion for it, it's
Yeah,
you're doing a great job.
it's amazing. And trust me, again, opening Glamour pageants was not my plan at all. Like, it was not a plan. One day what happened? So, I was sleeping in the afternoon. I was taking my siesta. I just woke up. I just logged into Instagram. I just created a new ID. I just named it Glamour of Pageant and I went back to sleep. That's it.
Okay.
It was not planned at all, trust me. And I don't know why I opened this. Like, I don't have any idea why I opened this. But yeah, it just happened within a click of eye.
Well, I'm really glad it happened.
Yeah, I mean, like this platform has given me lots of opportunities, so I'm grateful for this platform. Talking to exceptional women like you, like it's my honor, and yeah, just because of this platform, and just because I woke up that day, it happened.
Yes.
Have you shortlisted your evening gown for Miss World? And if yes, so would you like to, just tell us some details about your evening gown?
Okay, about my evening gown. Okay. So yes, we have our evening gown ready, which I'm very excited, but I won't give too many details because I want you all to see it on the final night.
Yeah.
But I can give you a little hint, a little, heads up, and
Yeah.
I will say that it's the color blue.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So the blue
So, we have
blue
to wait
gown with the
until the
blue crown.
final night.
See, that's going to be amazing. The blue gown on the blue ground.
Right. Yes. It's aligning.
It's actually landing. Kudos to you for that, and we can't wait to see you in that blue evening gown. That's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Profession deserves the highest salary, and why?
So it's very hard to choose just one profession because I believe that we all have a part to make in our community.
Yeah,
From the smallest person to the biggest one, it all comes together perfectly. So
yeah,
I don't believe there is a particular career or a particular job that deserves the highest, pay because we
yeah,
all contribute to our community. We all give back to our community, and I think what matters is how we give back, the amount of effort, the amount, what we know, our intelligence, how hard we work toward it. I think that
yeah,
is truly what matters. But if I had to choose one, I would believe it would be a mom, a mother. I think sometimes it goes a little bit unnoticed or people don't really consider it a career or a job.
yeah,
But what they do for us is amazing. And I think they deserve to be honored. They deserve to be appreciated. They deserve to be recognized for all the hard work that they do. For example, let's say with your mom, she was the one that gave you, that little push, that little idea. And now you have this amazing platform to talk to the different delegates of Miss World and other pageants. So
yeah.
your mom, a mom on a whole, is very important to the society because, she, to me, and I believe that she is the center of it all. So if I had to choose one, I would say it would be a mom.
I first of all, it's an amazing answer. I think you are very well prepared for the Q&A segment, like it shows in your preparations. And secondly, again, my mom. So if I'm supposed to answer this question, so I will also say my mom. Like mom in general deserves the highest salary because besides the pageant thing, my mom holds a special place in my heart. As I told you in the starting that I had kidney infection, when I was 2 years old. So at the time, my father was in border. He was in defense, so he could not join me in the hospital during my treatment. And my mom had some language barriers because she came from the village, and to come in the new city all alone is the hardest thing. And you won't believe this thing for 10 consecutive years. She alone took me to the hospital. And knowing this thing that she has language issues in terms of talking to doctor, in terms of talking to nurses, but still she took me daily, 6 a.m. in the morning to the hospital for 10 consecutive years. And when I remember this thing because my mom told me a few years back this thing when I was able to understand the emotions. So my mom told me this thing that on the first day of the doctor's visit, the doctor told my mom that if you would have me late for one day, you would have lost your son, in 1 month. Like
Yeah.
doctor told this thing to my mom. And still after that for 10 years, she just took me to the hospital. And I always say this thing that my mom has given me birth twice. So yeah, for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's my mom also.
Yeah, and if I could share like a little experience as well, like I resonate with that because growing up, it's just, and even now, it's just my mom. I have a younger sister and myself. So all that I've known my entire life is my mom, and it's almost the same when it came to the language barrier because she came to Belize. She's an immigrant. She came to Belize, looking for a better future for myself and for my sister. So knowing that she had to face all those struggles to give me a better future, to
Yeah,
place me where I am today, it's amazing. And I'm, like you said, I'm so grateful for her. Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
exactly. So I think again, our prediction was right that we share a lot in common before we had this
Yes.
live. Yeah, because my team was telling me that you should interview Miss World Belize, and of course I wanted to interview you and to have this conversation with you. But my team was telling me that I think you both share the same story, so you just go for the interview, and it would be a fantastic interview.
Yes.
And we are glad that we did that.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So before I ask the next question, so I really want to ask you this question. Besides BWAP, which one is your favorite round at Miss World? Like, what is your favorite round of fast track events at Miss World?
Before, besides the beauty with a purpose, I think I'm very excited for the fashion, the model competition.
Yeah,
um, it's also a very crucial part of the Miss World organization. So I'm very excited to not see only myself, but the other delegates as well perform to their best of their abilities because I know we've all been practicing and preparing ourselves for this. So I think the fashion, and not only that, but it's because we get to showcase all the different cultural what everyone else has to bring to the table.
yeah.
So I'm very excited to see the different designs, especially, in a country that's so vibrant and exquisite. So I'm very excited to see the final product of the modeling competition.
And top model is also one of my favorite rounds because all the queens will look the supermodels of the world.
Yeah.
And it's also one of my favorite rounds. So yeah, we can't wait to see all of you in that round as well.
Thank you.
All right. We have the second last question. And before I ask this question, so I think we all know this thing that speaking skills are a very important part for any pageant because you are representing your country. And if you win Miss World, so you will be the ambassador of Miss World organization for a whole 1 year. So how is the preparation going for the Q&A round and the speaking part? Though it seems that you are already super prepared for this round because the way you're answering is amazing. I have to say this thing. But still, how's your preparation going for this?
Yeah, so we've been working very hard when it comes to question and answers, just because, like, let me tell you something. At the beginning, I was a very shy person. So it took a lot for me to, open up and be able to express myself the way that I wanted to, because I'm not only representing myself, I'm representing my entire country.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that to the best of my abilities. So I've been practicing. I've had different tips where my team would tell me, look into the mirror and talk to yourself, and that's how you'll be able to, like let loose a little bit so you don't feel as nervous. But we have been preparing and dedicating ourselves to this very diligently. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited to be able to reap the benefits of all that hard work.
Yeah, and oh my God. So we have this thing in common as well because I also represent India internationally one day in pageantry. So I keep on practicing the Q&A part. And the most basic and the most important thing that I do is to stand in front of the mirror and to talk to myself. And I don't know, like no one told me this thing. It just came in my mind very randomly. And for that purpose, I have also bought a mic. So it's a very funny story as well. One day I connected the mic to the speaker, the home theater that we have, and I forgot this thing that this is quite loud. So if I'm saying anything on this mic, my whole building is gonna hear me, whatever I'm trying to say. So one day I was just practicing in my room and the volume was full, and I forgot this thing that people are also living in my building. So I was just answering the questions. I was answering the questions, talking to myself. And after an hour, all my neighbors came to my house and they were asking, with whom you were talking? You were just answering some questions in English. With whom were you talking? I was just like, how did you get to know about this? They were like, you had the whole setup and we all were able to listen whatever you were saying.
No,
It was so embarrassing for me.
it's very funny, because recently, just last week, I believe, I was, practicing for my Q&A with one of my team members, and she also has the mic set up. So she's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna do it with the mic this time. And I was like, okay, because it's very loud. And then she's like, don't worry, the whole neighborhood will hear you, but you're preparing for Miss World, so that's all that matters.
Logically, it matters because like you're representing your country. So the whole world is going to hear you. So for
Yeah.
you, it's important.
Yes.
Okay, we are having so many that is keeping that side. We have the last question for you, and I hope that you will get the chance to answer this question. And if you enter top tier, top five of Miss World, so the question is, why should you be the next Miss World?
Okay, so wow, this is the question that I do hope that I get to answer. But I
Yeah,
believe that I am the emblem of service, of also passion, which I believe is the core center of Miss World Belize. I've led so far with purpose. I've been instilled the sense of giving back to my community from a very young age. And I am representing a small country with a big voice and a big impact that has so much to offer. And I would love to be able to share that not only in my country, but on the international platform. And Miss World is exactly that. It will give me the chance to advocate and speak on kidney health on a much larger scale,
yeah.
which is really my aim and my goal. So I cannot wait. And I am ready to serve and I'm ready to do that with courage, with purpose, and with hope for not only for my country, but for the rest of the world as well.
It's a winning answer. So here you get your Miss World crown. Though I don't have a crown right now.
Thank you.
And I have to say this thing again. They are very. I have not told this thing to all the queens as of now, but and I remember last year I told this thing to Miss World Botswana, Let's Chambo, who was in top four last year, and now she is making history in her country. So when I was having this conversation with her, the live interview, I told her this thing that I'm sensing a very strong performance from you at Miss World because the way she was answering, it was fantastic. Every time she was answering with the same passion, same dedication, and it was fantastic to have a conversation with her. Now I'm getting those same vibes from you as well. It's amazing. History might repeat itself.
Thank you so much for your kind words. It means a lot. So to hear, it's very encouraging when we hear, us as delegates. It's very encouraging to hear that, to hear the support from everyone else, because the supporters and you guys are what really motivates us. Besides giving
Yeah.
back to our community, this is what empowers us to do our best. So thank you so much.
I think you deserve all the love and support, and I can't wait to see you in India for Miss World. So yeah, we are done with all the questions from our side. Before we end this live, we have one last segment, and I hope that you will love this segment because this is the favorite segment of all the queens have interviewed as of now. And the segment
Okay.
is, I will announce this thing that Miss World 2025 is Belize, and you have to give your winning reaction. How will you react on stage if you win the crown for your country?
Okay.
So let's just do that. I will announce, and you have to give your winning reaction.
Okay. Okay. Let me get into character.
You can just hold the hands.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Miss World 2025 is Belize. Woo!
I'll be hugging my delegates, and I would immediately begin crying my eyes out. I am a very emotional person, and anyone who's close to me can attest to that. So I would be just on stage crying.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing, and you will create history for your country if you win this year. And besides victory as well, whatever the results are going to be, if you advance further in the competition, like top three, top four, I think you're going to make history for your country. And I think that's going to be the best part.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. And we just hope that you will do an amazing job at Miss World, and we can't wait to see and support you. So if you need any support from my side, we are there for you for BWAP for your journey ahead at Miss World. And yeah, can't wait to see you in all the best of Miss World. And I'm damn sure that you will do an amazing job at Miss World.
Thank you so much for your kind words. I had an amazing time, being able to conversate with you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'm hoping to see you in India.
Surely, surely, we'll meet in India. And all the best for Miss World and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. You too. I hope you enjoy your night.
Yeah,
Thank
bye bye.
you.
Have a good day.